Hey guys, thank you for joining me again. Today we've got another paua recipe. This time it's going to be a little bit more simple and something you can have with your beer or your wine after your catch. So we're actually going to have a go at salt and pepper paua. So it's very similar to salt and pepper squid, though on thinly sliced paua. Because paua does have a very similar texture to squid, there'll be a caveat there. I am going to be slicing the paua thinly and marinating it in kiwi fruit. I'll marinate it in there for about an hour. Help the kiwi fruit break down some of that tough texture that the paua provides. Once that's done, we'll push the kiwi fruit off the paua and then add our salt and pepper seasoning, which is salt, pepper, Szechuan pepper. There'll be some corn flour there and a few other bits and pieces. To finally finish the dish, we'll be topping it off with a wasabi mayonnaise, of which we'll make while our paua is marinating in the fridge in the kiwi fruit. After cleaning your paua, pat dry with a paper towel. Just begin with your paua by slicing it thinly. I like to use the santoku knives, these are really good. They're nice and sharp and they get the job done. This particular one I got here is a Ford, they're New Zealand made, very good knives, love to use them. High carbon steel. I suppose regardless of what knife you use, you just got to make sure it's a sharp one. No two ways about it. You know the old saying, a blunt knife is a dangerous knife. So now we've got all our paua sliced up. I'm going to place it in a bowl with some pulped up kiwi fruit and let that rest for an hour. While that is resting, we'll get onto our mayonnaise, our wasabi mayonnaise. Right, so we've got 2 kiwi fruit here. I've just taken the skin off them. I'm going to chop them up, chuck them in the bowl. I'll mush them up with a fork, then I'll run the paua through them. Now that our paua is marinating in the kiwi fruit, we'll cover that in Glad wrap, stick it in the fridge, and we'll get onto our mayonnaise. So our mayonnaise recipe is a fairly simple one. It requires egg yolk, cider vinegar, a little bit of Dijon mustard, some lemon juice, some sugar, and obviously some kind of oil. We're just going to use canola oil, as canola oil imparts no flavour to whatever you're cooking it in or cooking it with. Our flavour will come from using the wasabi at the end when we mix it through our mayonnaise. The reason why egg yolks can take so much oil when you whip them is because egg yolk contains an emulsifier called lecithin. An emulsifier is a catalyst. In its simplest sense, it helps combine water with oil, which is what we're doing here. We're making a mayonnaise with watery products, egg, vinegar, lemon juice, etc. with a lot of oil. You may have seen some of the video clips on YouTube where they pour like a whole container of oil into one egg yolk. So long as you're whisking it, well, you know, that's what you can do. It might not taste very good, but it's the power that lecithin has in the egg yolk to emulsify oil with water. Okay guys, in a small bowl, place 2 egg yolks, ensuring that all egg white has been removed. Add to that the juice of 1 freshly squeezed lemon. A capful of apple cider vinegar. 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And a good teaspoon of white sugar. Give it all a big hiding with a stick blender or an egg beater. Whilst mixing, slowly add 3/4 of a cup of canola oil, ensuring you do not split the mayonnaise. So now that our mayonnaise is whipped up, we added salt and pepper at the end, just to give it a bit more bite and a bit more body. And now for the final ingredient, which is the wasabi. So I just get this from the supermarket. Don't ask me what's traditional, authentic, or whatever. I just went and grabbed this. It's horseradish, Japanese horseradish. Easy as. Keep it in the fridge after you open it. So yeah, we're going to chuck some of this in. Everyone has a different tolerance to wasabi, so probably pay to go on the milder side of it than if you like it hot. You might find you're the only one eating your mayonnaise. May not be a bad thing, but I'm just going to go around about a teaspoon of wasabi paste and mix that through mayonnaise. Properly mix it through. Yum. Nice, punchy. Still tastes like mayo with a little bit of that cold heat that wasabi gives you. Awesome, so now that the paua is marinating, our mayonnaise is made, we can get on to making our crumbing mix. And we'll crumb up our paua, fry it, and eat it. So the first thing we need to do for our crumbing mix is to fry off our Szechuan pepper. Szechuan pepper emits its flavour once it's heated, which is what we need to do. So we're going to chuck it in a dry frying pan. Once it starts emitting the aroma of the Szechuan pepper, which is quite a sweet aroma, that's when you know that it's ready to start grinding. We'll chuck it in a pestle and mortar with some black pepper and some coarse sea salt, grind that together, and that will become the flavour base for our crumb mixture. So in our pestle and mortar goes our Szechuan pepper, black pepper and our salt. We're talking a teaspoon of each. Make that mix up so it can then go into our crumb mixture. Hit them all with the pestle until they're all ground up together. Alright, sorry guys. Set the shoot off, don't mind my shirt, we've got a massive storm happening and yeah, had to go and deal with the things flying around the yard, but we are back and we'll carry on with this recipe. So we've got our salt, our black pepper, our Szechuan pepper. That goes into a crumbing mix with some corn flour and some semolina, fine semolina. We're going to lightly dust our marinated paua slithers in that before dropping it into a pan of hot oil to fry them. So now we're going to add our quarter cup of semolina, a quarter cup of corn flour and our black peppercorns, Szechuan pepper and salt to a airtight container. Reason why I put it in an airtight container so we can chuck it all in there, pop the lid on and mix it all around. We're not actually going to be using this for anything else apart from holding our crumbing mix, which will then be pouring over the paua inside a sieve. So it doesn't have to be flash, but it does have to be able to hold it in there so you can shake it up. So you don't get it up your nose and sneeze everywhere while you're trying to cook people food. Set that aside, grab our sieve and a bowl to go underneath our sieve so we can start crumbing our paua. There you have it team, salt and pepper paua strips with wasabi mayonnaise. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next one.